Hey, what's up, everybody? Dr. Ryan Weaver here with Apex Spinal Performance Wellness Workshop. Topic today, we're going to be diving into prolonged sitting, whole body vibrations, poor posture, and what happens when we let that go over a long period of time without actually taking care of it. So, in preparation, we have a huge talk coming up with a major corporation in our area. These are some of the things that we're going to be addressing. So I'm super excited to basically share this presentation with you as I'm going to share it with them. So my goal for today is really to dive into about three things. Number one, the most troubling symptoms and injuries associated with prolonged sitting, specifically driving for long periods of time. Now, we've done desk job ergonomics before. This is a little different. I call it a moving desk. The fact that if you perhaps drive a dump truck or a semi truck or anything for a long period of time, even in your own vehicle going on a long vacation trip, we talk about trying to split that up so you can get up, move around, get the blood flow going, and take pressure off our lumbar spine. The second thing, we're going to dive into chiropractic care. How can that help? What can it do? And even number three, what can you do yourself to help when you're going to be doing this? But also, the biggest key that we can't strive enough is prevention. So, without further ado, let's dive into this. So, most troubling symptoms and injuries. The biggest one with long periods of time driving is low back pain, sciatica, anything like that. So, with that being said, there is a cool study that I found. The title of it, I was so ready for the information on it, but the title is Association Between Sitting and Occupational Low Back Pain. This was published in 2006, and you find this on the National Library of Medicine. So, what they found, there's a very cool graphic on here that I'm going to be showing in my presentation regarding prolonged sitting, sitting with an awkward posture, and then sitting with whole body vibrations. So if you're in something like a dump truck or maybe even a UPS FedEx truck, something that has a lot of vibration to it. So what they found is sitting in combinations of different things. So all the ones that I mentioned, and instead of saying whole body vibrations, from moving forward, I'm going to use WBV, so whole body vibrations. So what they found is sitting by itself did not show an increase in association with reported low back pain. When you start putting these all together, such as sitting for a prolonged period of time with awkward posture, or sitting with the whole body vibration, or merging all three of those, is when we had the biggest issues. So sitting in combination with co-exposures such as whole body vibrations, awkward posture, does not increase the association with low back pain, or the prevalence. Sitting in combination with WBV and awkward posture seem to have the strongest association with low back pain. However, this conclusion alone, only one study shows this, so they obviously said, well, we need more studies with this. But let's just pause on this. When you mix sitting for a prolonged period of time, and I'm talking hours, with something that vibrates, we see such as semis have air shock and air ride, but there's still some vibration to that. And then throw in the awkward posture. So a lot of times with our patients, and our spine specifically, we are talking about misalignments in the body causing issues. I can't tell you how often we see patients who said, I never had any low back pain, but I bent down to pick something up and boom, injured my back. Well, typically it's not the final straw that broke the camel's back. It was the ongoing breaking back, and then finally it just took its last time. So knowing that, we want to keep our spine in the best alignment as possible, and we want to be proactive and preventative so that we don't have these misalignments that go for years, decades, and then all of a sudden, boom, we have a major injury. So With chiropractic care, things we use, we diagnose with x-rays, we look at exams, we look at range of motion orthopedic tests. This all gives us a snapshot of what your body's current state is and why you could be having the effects and the symptoms that you are. So with our chiropractic care, we want to obviously incorporate adjustments to help the misalignments in our spine. Again, you're hearing me reference spine a lot, but this goes for any joint. We adjust wrists, shoulders, knees, hips, anything that there's a joint and a nerve crossing that can misalign, causing irritation to that nerve. And then we talk about the maintenance and being preventative. When I have patients, let's just pick some numbers, 50, 60, 70 years old, yes, here is the body, the spine that you've given us and the damage that it has. But if we can have an effect on our younger and younger and younger people in 20 and 30, and hey, here's the things that you should do now so that when you are 40, 50, 60, we don't have all this damage to our spine and our other joints. So 4 things that I always put on here. I just read something yesterday about, again, chronic disease is just pretty much out of control. Diseases all across the board. Yes, we're talking about prolonged sitting and low back pain, but this really covers everything in health and wellness. We know hydration. The more hydrated we are, our cells, our body, everything functions better. It puts less of a strain on our body. Exercise. Again, these are things that you hear all the time and we really take for granted. But the more that we are moving, the more muscle that we have, the less overweight and adipose tissue that we have, our body just functions better. And, I haven't referenced this in a long time. We're just harder to injure and harder to kill. The healthier we are, the better we are in the long run. And the last one, we talk about diet. What are we eating? What are we drinking? What are we putting in our bodies? Now, I take that a little extreme. I look at food coloring. I look at, can you pronounce the things that are in the ingredient list? And you try to stay away from pro-inflammatory things. Anything that inflames our body, such as preservatives and sugars, are already going to ramp up the inflammation in our body, makes it sore, causes disease to ramp up faster, all of these things. So simple things you can do at home: hydrate, exercise, that includes stretching, a good balanced diet, stay away from pro-inflammatory foods. And the last one, obviously, chiropractic care. Our job as a chiropractor is not just to get you out of pain, but help prevent disease in the long run. We want to prevent things. The healthier our body is, the less things that we have in terms of comorbidities, symptoms, and things that take us from a healthy, active lifestyle. So one of the things that I always ask with our patients, what are your goals? Obviously, we want to get you out of pain. We want to keep you out of pain. But long term, what is it? What is it that you like to do? Do you like hiking? Do you like playing with your kids or grandkids? Are there recreational sports such as golf, tennis, pickleball now? What are those things that we can do to help keep you active in what you want to do? Not laying up or laying on the couch or the bed or whatever because you can't move and do the things you love to do. Because that's really what it comes down to. This is going aside from over-the-counter medications. Again, I say this. I look at maybe my parents or grandparents or people who are older than I am, and around the world we see the method was taking all these, I say it's a tackle box full of medications every day. But if we can try to prevent that in the long run and be more active, we know that we take less of those. So that is our goal, is to prevent that, regardless of wherever you are in your health journey, how we can implement some change to help you be active and healthy in the long run. So, we dove into things that you can do outside of here. I always say this: just have your spine checked, see what the current state is, see if there's any degeneration, if the normal curves are, intact in your spine, how they should be. If they're not, what are the things that you can do correctively to improve your spinal health in the long run and overall health and wellness? So there's a lot more. I'm going to dive into this with this topic that I have coming up in the presentation, but these were just a few bullet points that we want to see because, again, the sad reality is it takes some big change, some big injury, sad to say, for most of us to kind of have that slap us in the face and say, oh wow, I should maybe think of taking care of my health differently. And we always take it for granted. When we have health, awesome. And when somebody gets injured or somebody's not healthy, the one thing they wish is that they were healthy. So I hope you enjoyed this little peek into a presentation that we have planned. And if you have anybody that you would love to give presentations to, or know anybody who does these things for health and safety, we've done that for Muskingum County, for other corporations in our area, definitely give us a shout, let us know. We're definitely always open to that. But we'll look forward to seeing you at our next wellness workshop. Take care. God bless. Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed that spinal workshop. Don't forget to like the video and feel free to share it if you learned something. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you have quick access to our videos, and also don't forget to hit that notification bell so you are alerted every time that we post a video. You can also check out other spinal workshops by clicking right over here. Until next time, make sure you live your best life, and we'll look forward to seeing you at that workshop.